Hello, Virgo, and welcome to New Hope Tarot. This is your general reading for the first half of January. If this reading does resonate, please like, share, and subscribe. I have already meditated upon the cards and have shuffled, but people like to hear the shuffling. So I go ahead and shuffle to oblige. We're going to be working with 2 oracle decks and 2 tarot decks. In this particular reading, we will be doing, we're going to be pulling 2 oracle cards, one from each deck. Sometimes more than one pops out. If it does, I take them because that is spirit telling me that they have more to say. So there's that. Okay. And then after the oracle cards, we do the tarot cards. And then after the tarot cards, we do the clarification of the tarot cards. And then we close out the reading with another oracle card. All right, we're going to begin the reading right now. All right, my God, my angels, and universe, what is that you would like Virgo to know for the first half of January? My God, my angels, my universe, what is it that you would like Virgo to know for the first half of January? Well, that one just kind of, so let's take that. All right, the first card is the Void. And before I continue, I forgot to say that if you do hear me scribble, it is because I do jot notes for the Cliff Notes version of the reading, so that when, after listening to this entire reading, you just want the Cliff Notes version, so you're not having to re-listen to the reading in its entirety. You're able to do that, okay? So, my dear Virgo, the Void. For some of you, I feel, let me just put down this other deck and take a good look at this card. This is a 2-part card for me. For some of you, I'm feeling that some of you have gone into a reclusive state, your own void, just kind of off to the side, not really acknowledging everything that's going on around you. So not like a hermit where you're kind of internal and looking outward as well. Not like that. The opposite of that. You're kind of going inward and staying inward. Not in a depressive state, not in any particular state, what is what I'm saying. It's just a state of being. And I feel you're doing just a lot of inner work. You're really taking a good look at yourself with this particular card. That's what I'm seeing. And then for others, I'm just seeing that you have set up some serious boundaries around you. And you said, this is my boundary. This is my place that no one is going to cross. And I am sticking to it. And maybe other people are calling it, oh, well, they're being difficult. They're being this. They're stuck in their own void, right? They've been sucked up by the void or whatever nonsense they're saying. Well, don't listen to them. You set up their boundaries. If people don't respect it, they can carry on. All right, my beautiful Virgos, let's see what the second oracle card is. So you want to tell Virgo. Let me just read this. What is it you want to tell Virgo? All right, this card's popping out, so let's take a look at that. All right. Stretch. May you extend your reach. This goes along very beautifully with the Void card. A lot of you are going within yourself, really stretching the way you see things, the way you view yourself, how you're going to heal yourself. You are not depending on others. You're not excusing others for your actions. You're taking responsibility for your own actions. But you are extending your own hand to yourself and say, you know what? I forgive myself. I'm working on myself so that I don't make those mistakes moving forward. And then for those who've already placed that boundary around them, for me, what this is stating is that, you know what? This is my boundary. I will stretch out my hand to you and say, hey, this is how far I will take you, but this is how far you will go within my boundaries, my border, if you will, my world. I enjoy meeting you. This was lovely. This was a lot of fun. Oh, but no, you're not allowed inside my home because I'm so not that comfortable with you, right? So having your boundaries, but being kind in your extension, your reach. You're still touching outside people. You're not closed off. You are appropriately kind, but appropriately closed off to secure the boundaries that you have set up, because it feels like to me that you have gone through so very much to work towards this border that you have gone around you. And I say border not in a bad way, in a protective way. Like you've built a fence, not necessarily a wall, but a fence, right? And you're like, no, this is good. This is good for me. And I feel that you've worked so hard to build that. And it took a lot of courage and a lot of strength to get that done, that you're not allowing anybody to cross that or ruin that or break that down. All right, let's get your tarot cards here. Check it one more time. What is that you want to tell Virgo for the first half of January? Again, this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. God, my angels, my universe, please allow me to give Virgo a clear and concise reading. What is it that you would like Virgo to know? Oh, okay. Oh, 3 cards, just like that. Okay. Well, the kings come out to play. We have, if we were playing poker, I'd have a very good hand. We have the King of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. With the kings, and what I'm getting immediately is that you are truly protecting your boundaries. Like they mean business, these kings. They're not playing. They're like, no, I've worked hard for this. I want to keep my sanity is the word that's coming out to me. I want to keep my sanity. I want to keep the drama away. I want to keep a clear line of communication, but speak ill will, and I will cut you. Not cut you for real, but cut you with my words. I will say, nope, I'm done. Or take it a step further, cut the ethereal cord and go, no, I'm done. I will cut you out of my life if you do not respect these boundaries that I have placed forward. And even with the, and that's what I'm seeing with both of these kings. And what I'm seeing, actually, before I even move on to the Page of Pentacles, what I'm seeing with both the kings as they're sitting on their throne, what's very, very, very much highlighted for me is on their throne, like on the back of a chair, you have the backing, but then sometimes you have these, the two sides that kind of stick up a little bit. And on both of these, they're sticking up. And to me, what that tells me is that you're being balanced about it. It's not like you're being cruel about your boundaries. And it's not like you're being harsh. You're being thoughtful about how and when you place your boundary, where you draw that line in the sand and go, nope, that's it, I'm good. That's what I'm seeing with both of these. On the King of Swords, I'm seeing clouds, right? There's lots of clouds behind him. And to me, that's a lot of communication. That is, yes, they're beautiful. Yes, it could bring rain. Yes, it could bring thunder. Yes, it could bring a lot of different things. But you can easily disperse it by just the swing of your sword and go, disperse, bye-bye. And then with the King of Wands, what I'm seeing is that there is a mountain with a really red sky. And what that means to me is that you're done with the drama. If anyone is trying to bring any drama around you, you're saying, no, absolutely not. No. None of that will work for me. And you're being very clear about the communication. You're not being cold. You're balanced in the way you are approaching it. You're not giving them once, you're not giving them twice, but you're giving them a third time to respect your boundary. And then you're going, okay, well, I've told you once, I've told you twice. I don't know how many other times I'm going to tell you, so see you later, right? So you are being clear in your communication in regards to your boundaries, and that they need to be respected. With the Page of Pentacles, there is a page that is holding a pentacle, showing the pentacle, and to me this looks very much like the Void oracle card, where he's put up his boundaries. He's like, look, I'm telling you, if you don't respect this, you will get tossed to the side. And again, I'm seeing it over and over and over again. And then there's a peacock to the side of the page going, who does he think he is? And the page is sitting there humbly. He's not cocky. He's not shy. He's not any of that. He's just humbly standing there saying, this is my truth. Whether you like it or not does not affect me in any way, shape, or form. All I require is that you respect it. That is what I'm seeing here. And my dear Virgos, when I say king, It's just the energy. Don't worry about male or female. None of that matters, okay? It's just the energy. All right, let's get some clarification on these cards. And the Tower came out to play, as did Justice. Okay. And that was for the King of Swords. Again, you're not worried about breaking down barriers. You're just like, look, this is what it is. But you're being fair about it with this Justice. I mean, really, that's what the Justice is. It's balance. It's truth. You're speaking your truth. You're being balanced with your words. The Tower, it's, a breaking down, a new beginning. And this could be how, people break down how they communicate with you, or you're breaking down how they communicate with you, right? And it could also simulate the fence that you've placed around you, right? That boundary. People trying to break down that boundary, and you say, oh no, you can try to break down that boundary, but I'm going to communicate with you my truth, and I'm going to say it kindly, and I'm going to say it balanced, and I'm going to tell you. Otherwise, I will cut you out of my life. Not really cut you. People, don't be violent. There's no need for violence. We don't cut people, okay? Now with the King of Wands, more cards had already come out, so I'm going to go ahead and pull them out. The Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords came out, but I believe that goes to the Page of Pentacles. So let's take a look at these real quick. I will probably pull out another card for the Page of Pentacles, only because two had already come out for the other. So I should go ahead and do that. If it requires it, I'll ask the Spirit here in just a sec. So with the King of Wands, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is success, education. It's a good line of education, and I feel like that's how you are communicating. You're educating them and say, hey, listen, this is where I stand. I understand that you don't understand that. However, this is what it is for me. And again, 8 is a solid number, so I feel like you're encircling yourself with this constant border of, I will take you in. It's almost like your aura. You're saying, yes, I'm welcoming, but it will be a force field if you mess with me. Right? And that force field is like electricity, and if you try to go through it, you're going to get shocked and you're going to get out of here. That's what I'm seeing with the Eight of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is, again, balance. It could be decisions, but in this particular case, I feel like it's more about balance. Before I continue, I do see for some of the people that are trying to work on your inner self and you have yet put up the boundaries, I'm going to revisit the King of Swords real quick. Something's going to happen rather rapidly that's going to make you go, zoop. I'm done with you. Something, I don't know what's going to happen, but something is going to happen where somebody breaks you down, or someone ticks you off enough that you break them down with your words. And that's not where we want to go, right? But you might be pushed to that level. What I'm going to say about that is, with the Justice card, is mind your words. Say your truth, but say it kindly. All right? If you have yet put up that boundary and you're still working on that and people aren't respecting you trying to work on yourself, Now I'm going to revisit the King of Wands with those particular people in mind. Very similar to the people that already have, the Virgos that already have their border, their boundaries. With this particular one, and this has to do with drama, stay off of social media. Stop watching the news if you have to. If that ignites you and sets you aflame, just stop it. Just stop watching it. Okay? Sometimes that is an education. Sometimes you have to educate yourself in how to build your communication. Learn different ways of communicating so that you are able to communicate clearly and decide who you want a part of your life and who you do not. Because here shortly, you're going to have to decide who you're going to be cutting out. And those people that break down your aura, you're going to have to decide to let them go and have them no longer to be a part of your life. Of course, this is if you choose to. You have free will. You can do whatever you want. You don't have to take my advice. This is just what the cards are saying. Page of Pentacles. Moving on to the last card, the Page of Pentacles. For the first group, I said this is you showing your boundary and saying, "Hey, look. Remember this boundary? This is what's going on. Cross it and whoop, this is going to go up." All right? So you are prepared to put your boundaries up when something like that happens. And of course, we have the peacock here saying, who does this guy think he is? Who does this Virgo? Who does Virgo think that they are? Right? Well, you're Virgo. And you're choosing to protect your boundary, and period. We all have that right. And too bad, so sad for the peacock who doesn't like it. And with the people that, well, before I could go on with that, with the Four of Swords, with those people that already have their boundaries, is you recover very quickly from people that attempt it. It no longer bothers you as much as it used to. Like before, there was much more recovery time. But now, because you're sturdy in your boundaries, not to say that it doesn't bother you that they have crossed your boundary, or they attempted and did not respect it, then of course it's going to upset you. However, I feel like you recover from that fairly quickly. And it doesn't really bother you that people look at you sideways like, oh, who does Virgo think they are? You're like, whatever, I could care less. And for those that have yet put up that boundary and are still working on yourself, for the Page of Pentacles, it's more of, oh geez, when should I? When should I put up my boundaries? When is the appropriate time to put up my boundaries? And you're a little bit nervous to when to do it, because you do have people looking at you. You have this peacock eyeballing you and go, who are you? Like, who do you think you are? Kind of a thing. You're not better than me. I'm a peacock, Gosh darn you, I'm royal. I have this plumage, and that kind of sets you in a shunned state where you're just like, oh yeah, you are a peacock. Should I be putting up this boundary? And kind of puts you in this uncomfortable state of maybe you shouldn't put up the boundary for certain people because they're special in your life, right? Not necessarily that they are special, but they might be friends or family that been close to you, and they feel they have a right to break through that boundary. And what I have to say to that, Virgo, is nay, absolutely not. I don't care who they are. No one deserves to be disrespected. So if you put a boundary up, they should respect it, period, regardless of who they are. And with the Four of Swords, this is going to take you some time to get to that point. You're going to, it's just going to take you time to recognize that these people aren't better than you and they don't hold anything above you or over you. And if they are doing that, then all the more you should be putting up that boundary. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying that is what the cards are doing or are saying. Again, you have free will. You can do whatever makes you happy. All right. And I don't feel like there is another card that requires to come out for that. But I am going to close this with an oracle card, and two decided to come out. So I'm going to read those. The Pillar and Play. The Pillar. Listen. Protect yourself. Protect your boundary. Set your foundation. This is what this is. This is what this entire reading is about. Set your foundation. And the second card that came out is Play. For those that are going inward and doing a lot of inner work, don't take yourself too seriously. Yes, there is work to be done. We all have work to do. Every single person has work to do. But don't put all the responsibility on your shoulders. Have a little fun with it. You can go inside and go, oh man, I messed that up. And go, you know what? That's okay though. I'm allowed to mess up and I'm going to move forward. That's okay. That's what I'm getting from this Play card. For the people that already have the border up, it's more of, I think what I'm getting is tongue-in-cheek phrases. It's like you've gotten to the point where when you speak with people, it's deliberate, almost sly, but definitely deliberate, where they look at you and they respect it. And they go, okay. And for those who have yet put up the boundaries, you could definitely learn to play with your words and how to place these verbal boundaries and set these verbal boundaries in a playful way at first until you get more confident in yourself. And to me, what that means is go be with people that are your element, that respect you. The more you're in that element, the more you are able to find that strength within yourself because you have found community, right? So once you find your tribe, you will be able to strengthen within. Not to say that there isn't still work to do, there absolutely is. However, what I'm saying is that get together with those people, because those are the ones that are going to give you the strength to take down, or not necessarily take down, but how do I want to articulate this? Put down that boundary in front of somebody once they start, tear down the words of the people that are coming to you and say, oh, but I'm family. I don't need to respect your boundaries. That's my peacock impression. It's terrible, I know. But for you that are, for those who are trying to say that they are above you and they don't require to respect your boundary because they're your parent or they're your supervisor or whatever that looks like. When you are with your tribe, you're able to find the strength to tell these people, it doesn't matter who you are. I know who I am, and I know I deserve to be respected. Right? And nobody deserves to be disrespected. Period. That's the end of the statement. No one deserves to be disrespected. And the more you are with your tribe and you find your tribe and you are with them, the more you're able to do that. All right, my lovely Virgo, this has been your general reading for the first half of January. If this did resonate, please like, share, and subscribe. And again, if you did want to listen to the you don't want to listen to the full reading in its entirety, remember that there's always going to be the clip notes that's going to be posted for you. All right, my lovely Virgos, love and light, many blessings. May you work on yourselves moving forward. Have a great day. Until next time.